there, Tundra Nation, and welcome back to the show. If politics at the dinner table make you cringe, then wait till you see what adding defending the Second Amendment does to those conversations. Today, we are going to be learning about what your pistol caliber says about your politics. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys haven't figured out this is a joke, well, then there's nothing I can do for you. This isn't about red versus blue. This is a disclaimer, by the way. We roast everybody here equally, so if you get triggered easier than a vegan gender study student protesting a Memorial Day barbecue, then why don't you go stick to watching puppy adoption videos and snuggling with that anime waifu pillow? But for the rest of us meat eaters out there, go ahead and sit back and get ready to learn that all politics is personal, and let's start the show.
It's not that vegetable eaters are bad people, it's just that they're terrible people.
First up, we've got the Boomer Crusaders. Now, these folks think that America peaked in the last years of the Reagan administration, and that everything started going downhill right around the time that Glock introduced their plastic wonder back in 1988. You know this because they post about it every single day right there on Facebook. Yep, then they text you the link to their Facebook post just in case you didn't see it, so there's no escape really. Every email from them screams in all caps, much like their political arguments at Thanksgiving dinner. Now, for the Boomer Crusaders, 45 ACP is not just a caliber, but it's a lifestyle. Nay, it is their entire identity. With shouts of "if it ain't steel, it ain't real," or 2 world wars, baby. They are gonna whip out that 1911 from a leather hip holster so old it smells like a biker bar's bathroom after Sturgis. And let's be honest, it was probably made from the hide of Robert Lee's horse.
It's yummy for you. What the f*** does that mean?
Now, they may seem like idiots, but don't let their nostalgic tendencies fool you. These folks are the real power players because they show up to every single election, be it the dog catcher or the president. Everything in between, folks. They hate federal mandates and big government, but if you dare touch their Medicaid-funded Rogaine or Viagra, well, buddy, you best be prepared for some fisticuffs. I probably look like a freaking idiot doing that. I'm not a tough guy. You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy. That's me. I'm not that guy. They happen to know the nice old lady who works for the polling place, mostly because they're often there voting, I guess. But there was that one magical night back in '86 in the back of a Pontiac Fiero. It took a steam cleaner to get the stains out of those seats, boys. And, like, statistically, the one woman that watches this channel, probably my wife. Be weird if it wasn't. They're the reason your town still has a statue of a guy who fought in the War of 1812, and why the local library has more copies of Atlas Shrugged than Harry Potter. Hey, speaking of magic, let's check out what the wizards of CMMG have been cooking up lately.
Introducing the newest caliber offered in the CMMG lineup. 22 ARC, or Advanced Rifle Cartridge, is Hornady's hot new cartridge designed to get 22 250 performance from an AR-15. With multiple loadings available, the 22 ARC is a perfect match for CMMG. We are offering the 22 ARC in 3 of our popular models, including the Descent, which is the compact action and bufferless operating system, the Trident II Resolute, offering the traditional AR feel and carbine size that you're used to. Then we have the Endeavor, for when you want those longer barrel lengths to push the cartridge out for those distance shots. All of these new 22 ARC offerings will come nicely equipped on their respective platform with our full line of zeroed accessories and our incredible zero drop-in trigger. Be sure to go to cmmginsider.com to sign up for our newsletter to keep you informed of future releases, which may even include a new platform for the 22 ARC and others. Get your 22 ARC now at participating dealers or at cmmg.com.
I can imagine Mike Odell stirring the pot. He's like, give me the toenail of a gun tuber and the hair of Brandon Herrera and some skin flakes from Kentucky Ballistics, and then pow! The new CMMG Tactical Midnight Unicorn Awesome Carbine Deluxe S-Class Edition.
What?
It's gonna happen. Mark my words, folks.
No.
I'm just weird. Now, let's move on to the California operator. These Pro 2A people are forced to live and work in California for reasons that never really seem clear. They're decked out head to toe in mismatched multicam. For them, it's white winter on the bottom and a desert party up on top. This obviously is to adjust to the various seasons in California, like spring, wildfire, earthquake, and most importantly, virtue signaling season. They've got a ton of gear that's all been deballed thanks to Governor Gavin Newt or someone. I mean, their AR has got a fin that is so big on it, if they ended up losing it in a boating accident, somebody's likely to yell shark as soon as it hits the water. When talking with their friends who live in other states, they don't really bring up shooting because they're just a little embarrassed that their 6-hour Cuck 320 only holds 10 rounds, which, by the way, their vegan girlfriend assures him is a good capacity. Now, that doesn't really matter because she thinks guns are icky and she smells like a combination of patchouli and, let's go with beached whales this week. Patchouli and beached whales, it sucks. Just bad smells all around. Nobody wants that. That'd be like, I don't know. That'd be like, I don't know. That's bad. Not gonna take off all my clothes though. Now, the California operator is likely to be misinformed about his firearms because of all the gun grabber propaganda that they're constantly exposed to. I mean, they're the ones that are flooding your Instagram feed with memes about how 9mm is gonna blow your lungs out, all while secretly Googling if that's actually possible. If left alone politically, the California operator, well, they're pragmatists. If the bong haze is clear enough that day, they're going to remember to vote and support their 2A candidate, who will let them have an actual real big boy AR-15 one day. That is, until their yoga vegan girlfriend seizes the means of production and becomes a vegan wife. Suddenly, the Californian operator has priorities he didn't even know about, like buying matching bath towels.
Because I guarantee you, the first time you forget she catches you, you're going to be walking around like Rain Man. Definitely shouldn't have used good towels. Definitely shouldn't have used good towels. Uh-oh.
Hey, let's all give an F in chat to salute all those Pro 2A supporters who are tragically lost behind the Vagino lines. Next up, we have the Pretender Progressive, the champions of the Pocket 22. Now, these folks believe in small but mighty, just like their preferred handgun and the tiny house that they live in. They're most likely to be transplants from Massachusetts on over to a red state. I mean, they moved there for the low cost of living, and now they're hell-bent on messing it up for everyone else with their blue state ideas. They're the ones who attend every single town hall meeting armed with statistics on social justice, higher taxes, and a Ruger SR-22 loaded with hollow points that they claim is just for plinking. Now, the 22 long rifle is their go-to caliber. Every single time they talk about banning guns or gun violence, they conveniently leave out the fact that they're a firearms owner themselves. Just like their tweets about social change, their firearm skills are ineffective at best. Now, politically, these folks lean hard to the left. They support defunding the police, just not in their neighborhood. They want bigger government, but don't want to be taxed for it. Come election season, they're going to be buzzing around like bees, attending every protest, signing every petition, and guilt-tripping you on Facebook about not caring enough about the planet while you post pictures from your last range day. They're the reason your town no longer celebrates Columbus Day, by the way. Fun police, huh? I mean, I guess, I don't know, Columbus was kind of a dick, right? Like, we all know that now. What on the dick scale? Probably big. Like, black guy dick. I don't think you can say that on YouTube, folks. All right, Tundra Nation, brace yourselves because it's time to introduce you to Watch List Walter. You know the guy already. He's the dude that's always got the 10mm pistol strapped to the side and a tinfoil hat that's like one tug away from suffocating him. This man believes in every single conspiracy theory under the sun and a few that haven't even hit 4chan yet. Contrails are mind control agents? That's a check. CIA was behind Kennedy's assassination? Yeah, duh. And lower your voice because the Dolphins are plotting a global takeover in league with the UN to establish a new world order where humans will be forced to do tricks for sardines, man! Come on! Yeah, it's that bad. All right?
I've extrapolated this out, and I won't have to for a few years since I got food and stuff.
Walter spouts off absurdities like they're the gospel truth, except his holy trinity includes people like, I don't know, Alex Jones, Snake Plissken, and whatever the hell Dinesh D'Souza's smoking this week. Walter's weapon of choice, of course, is the 10mm auto, a caliber as excessive as his paranoid delusions. 10mm is the most versatile round he's going to tell you between sips of his fluoride-free water. It's perfect for defending against home invaders, government agents, and any other aquatic mammalian insurgents of the New World Order that might threaten us. Politically, Walter's, well, he's somewhere between preparing for the second war of northern aggression and voting for whichever candidate promises to go on offense against the Dolphin Horde. You'll often find him at the range unloading rounds while muttering about CIA mind control chips, Elon Musk, and how the moon landing was actually filmed on a Hollywood stage. Online, he's an unstoppable force diving headfirst into the forums with the enthusiasm of a flat earther buying a laser level. That is just a good line. I like that line. Great job, writer. Walter's presence has grown in the local community to the point where your town actually now has a government distrust and conspiracy expose fair, complete with aluminum foil hat crafting stations and a booth where you can sign up for the latest, completely legitimate newsletter about alien abductions.
Oh, pull it up, Jamie.
Say what you want about Watchlist Walter, but you can't deny that he's very dedicated to what nobody can really tell. But he and the FBI surveillance team watching him, well, they're in it for the long haul, folks.
Doctor says it's just a rash, but it burns when it...
When doesn't it?
Hi, we've been trying to reach you regarding your car's extended warranty.
Hello, this, China. You need more ingredient to my fan now.
Si, senor. We're going to put the fentanyl in piñata.
Most conversations are like these. They're completely innocuous.
All right, Tundra Nation, let's buckle up because it is finally time to roast the anti-gunner. These folks are to guns what the British are to the 4th of July. Totally out of place. Totally out of place. Do they even own any caliber or gun, whatever? No, they don't. They think that the gun-free zone sign at the end of the street is gonna protect them. Imagine that. This, of course, assumes, by the way, that the local schools were good enough to teach the criminals to read, but not good enough to teach them not to steal. They support every single gun ban that's ever existed. I mean, they'd ban Nerf guns if they thought they could because they promote gun violence. Secretly, they believe that pepper spray is the holy grail of personal defense. I mean, why carry a gun when your trusty canister of questionable fluid should do the trick, right? Wrong. Their ignorance about firearms is only rivaled by their unshakable certainty that sending donations to Mom Demand Action will make them safer.
What?
Yeah, let's just wait till a break-in happens in their neighborhood. Then faster than you can say hypocritical snowflake, they're gonna be digging out Granddad's old over-under shotgun out of the attic, trying to remember how to load the bullets in it. They support legislation so restrictive, it'd make Pol Pot question if he'd gone too far. And they're also the ones, by the way, who think mandatory yoga classes and community drum circles return criminals into totally fine citizens. Oh, and if you're currently in the comments section telling me that bullets don't go into shotguns, then this one's for you.
Gotcha.
Now online, whoo boy, these guys are keyboard warriors full of all of the classic anti-gun rhetoric, flooding social media with posts that say gun control works, just look at Britain. Never mind that their statistics are more cooked than your Aunt Carol's annual Thanksgiving disaster. It's not that they don't own guns, it's that they actually fear them. I mean, discussing a Glock or a Smith & Wesson with them is kind of like explaining physics to a toddler. Their idea of firearms knowledge begins and ends with that one episode of CSI that they half watch all the while texting through it. Oh, and hey, if they need protection, I'm sure that pepper spray is gonna do just fine keeping those raccoons away from the compost pile. I think it's time to drop some truth bombs on the warriors of Wi-Fi. Now, these keyboard commandos are going to choose their calibers based purely on what the latest Instagram trend is, and they're going to be picking the ones that look the coolest in the photos. Bonus points, by the way, if it comes in Punisher skull.
And I did it because I liked it. Hell, I loved it. I'm sitting here, I'm just itching. I'm itching to do it again.
These warriors can be found talking a big game on forums, Reddit, and other dark corners of the internet. But if we look closely, well, they've posted more comments on gun blogs than they've logged hours at the actual range. In reality, this is actually starting to sound shockingly like me. In reality, their ammo stash is at best a half-full box of Winchester White Box in 223. Yep, this is definitely me. They own one extra magazine, and Amazon Basics is their #1 supplier of tactical gear. These guys can trash talk like a drill sergeant on meth, but when it comes to real-life shooting, their shooting skills are about as intimidating as a mouse fart in a wind tunnel. Definitely me. They crave respect, but none of the responsibility. They want to be seen as the ultimate badass without putting in the actual range time to back it up. Their Instagram, of course, is just glamour shots of AR-15s, usually with hashtags like operator status and tacticooled. But if you ask them to hit a target beyond 25 yards, they're going to disappear faster than common sense at an every town for gun safety rally. Let's be honest, these folks aren't engaged in politics at all. They're just praying for society to collapse so they can be first in line to loot the local Foot Locker for a pair of Yeezys. Hey folks, just remember, this is all in good fun. We're more alike than the media actually wants you to think. So all you gotta do is go hit the range, shoot safely, and for God's sakes, do your research before you vote. And if you're in the 23rd Congressional District, consider voting for our friend Brandon Herrera, May 28th. Make sure to subscribe, folks. See you later.